The top change people said they want to make is learning to be happy with what they have. This macro shift towards gratitude influences how people are thinking about their other priorities. If we're appreciating what we have and the world around us, then that'll influence how we think about our short and long-term goals.
Prior macro priority shifts were driven by financial pressure or security from terrorist threats. Now we are faced with threats on multiple fronts, and we've had our distractions taken away from us. This is allowing people time to think and reflect on how they want to live their life.
Tell me about what you'd change.
I think like the themes that are so good of this are just like, I had kind of been trying to figure out what my career was going to look like, and I wasn't really happy with the things I was doing. And I knew they needed to change.
So yeah, I think that would be one thing I'd continue, and also just like slowing down. Like I like in the morning, like what I do now, which I never did before, was like just like stretching, which is like something that I like would never have thought of, because I would literally snap out of bed like I'd literally get out of bed like that, because I was like, oh shit, I have to get up, and it was like stressful to get up because the alarm was like blaring. Now I don't get up with an alarm.
I think that might be what it took for us to realize we were burning the candle at both ends and in the middle, like to have everything come to a screeching halt and be able to put our feet up for a moment and be like, oh, this is nice. We never have time for this. Like, why don't we have time for this? We need time for this. So I mean, I think it's put it into perspective by just screeching halt, like, stop, look. Oh my gosh. I actually am much more like resolute when I think about like, nope, I am gonna make this change to the schedule. Like, I feel pretty determined like that we're not going back to crazy. I think it makes me like, I don't think I'm overthinking it at all. Like, it's just more of like, I've got to be aware, or like got to be aware of it to make sure it happens. But I don't doubt that it's like a change that needs to be made. Like, I feel like no way, no way are we going back.
If I think about a year ago I was in my RV in Alaska. It was really something we wanted to do for us.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm feeling a need to do things that are more for others.
It's given me the opportunity to spend more time with my daughter. If the circumstances were different, I don't think I would necessarily be sitting there saying, oh, I need to spend more time at home. But it's more now that I'm just looking for the positive aspects for the circumstance.
You said if you could, you'd have number one, so you'd have everything back to exactly the way it was before. What is it about that makes you want things to be the way they were?
My life is pretty fun and ideal, where I'm out dancing 3 nights a week. I go out to eat whenever I want, whatever, a cruise, I just go without even thinking about COVID-19. But now you can't do that.
COVID was really like a huge reality check for a lot of us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people were like life threatened by it, and then when you get it and you're making fun of it for like the past 2 months, and now you got it, and now what? Now you're gonna say like, oh, I should have been listening, only because you got it. You know, and it makes people realize later on like, oh, all right, like, I had enough.
Mm-hmm.
Because COVID was like that wall that you just ran into. COVID's been like the real side of like the world right now. It makes you think different about everything.
Yo quiero ser feliz con lo que tengo y como lo tengo. Quiero aprender a disfrutar lo que tengo sin tener que, o sea, yo no quiero basar mi felicidad en lo que puede ser, sino en lo que soy ahorita.
These value shifts based on gratitude are the bedrock on which new behaviors are going to be built. Companies should start considering now how gratitude shows up in their business and brands in order to compete in the new normal that's coming.